you see as the value to share these sensitive, well, what once sensitive secrets?
Well, it's magic. It's so extraordinary when you're in the National Archives and you're reading things that at the time were the most top secret, the most unbelievably important. You know, Churchill ruminating on the possibility of a gigantic war against the Soviet Union as early as 1945. You know, just imagining what that might have been, and imagining how incredibly sensitive that, like, no, you could not admit that the British government were even thinking this, as they were still allegedly fighting alongside they were fighting alongside the Red Army at the end of the Second World War. So there's something so exciting about it, and there's something really important about it, and this is why history is really important, because if you look at the way that our officials and our planners and our senior military and political figures dealt with crisis in the past, it teaches you, well, this is what's going on now as well. Not precise parallels, but this is when they're saying to you, we've got this whole pandemic thing under control in the February of 2020, you think, well, that's interesting, because I've looked at correspondence with David Lloyd George talking about the pandemic of 1918, and they had no idea what they were doing. And it makes you think, I wonder if I should be a little bit more sceptical about what's going on at the moment and hold the government to account if I'm a journalist, or if I'm in a position of being able to do that, opposition MP or opposition minister, for example. So I do think it's hugely valuable, because by uncovering what our leaders were thinking, how their thought processes work, how their decision making works in the past, you can gain an insight into what's going on at the moment as well, and look at some of the pressures on them, and some of the and that is why, you know, that's why it's you know, we need to go through these documents. We need people like you that are there combing through, teaching us about decisions that have been made in the past, and the thought thinking that goes into those decisions.
Of course, one aspect of history that is popular is the fictionalising of history.